These vibrato exercises are intended for the student that can already create the vibrato motion on most or all of their fingers and apply it in music. These are going to give you greater rhythmic control, which will allow you to vary the style of vibrato with different types of music in your musical future. It's great for advancing students just to help them enhance the skills they already have. If you commit to doing these exercises every day for a week, even the advanced student is going to start to notice a difference in their vibrato. Now we're going to work on rhythmic control of our vibrato, and we're going to use this rhythm chart on the board. The first thing we're going to do is start with just quarter notes. I want you to notice I have bridge written to represent the note that is up higher and scroll representing the note that is down lower. And what that means is the pivot motion towards the bridge or back towards the scroll. Now remember, violins and violas, we're going to work to bring this part of our hand away, maybe bring the elbow towards the belly button a little bit. We're going to start with first finger on the D string, pivot your hand towards the high side to start. 3, 4, bridge, scroll, bridge, scroll, bridge. Let's repeat it. It almost sounds a little bit like a vacuum. Okay, let's go to an F sharp. We're going to do the same thing. It's totally fine to pick the first finger up off the instrument. Try to have it still feel soft and relaxed. Pivot the finger towards the bridge, F sharp, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, set up your third finger. Again, you can pick up the other fingers, pivot towards the bridge, 3, 4. Repeat it, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And last but not least, the pinky. If you need to leave your third finger down for support, that's fine. It's often good to extend the fingers over the fingerboard on the opposite side and keep them slightly curved and relaxed because it makes it easier to pivot. Again, don't worry about the quality of sound. This is not about that. This is about controlling the rhythm. Pivot towards the bridge, 3, 4. The next step is transitioning from the quarter note speed to an eighth note speed, one finger at a time. So we're going to take just the first line, we're not going to repeat, and then we'll go directly into the second line, switching to eighth notes exactly twice as fast as your quarter notes. So set up your first finger, pivot towards the bridge, because we're going to be on that bridge side to start it, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 eighths. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we're going to do vibrato on the F sharp. We're going to do the first line without the repeat, go directly into the second line, and then we're going to just jump back up and do it again right away. Set that F sharp, pivot towards the bridge, 3, 4. Up bow, 2, 3, eighth notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Back to the first line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, eighth notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for third finger. For me, second and third finger feel the most comfortable, For violins and violas, our thumb does stay by the first tape. Don't let it sneak forward as you're switching fingers. Keep it back there just to balance out the hand. The pivot point is on the fingertip that is pressed down. High side, 3, 4. Back to quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, eighth notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pinky finger. You can support it with your third finger. 3, 4. Back to quarters. I know it doesn't sound pretty, but keep it up. Do that every day and you'll gain rhythmic control. You can change the speed of your quarter note, make it a little faster, and then add on. At this point, your vibrato motion should feel pretty comfortable, and you're well in control and can switch from quarter notes to eighth notes. So we're going to add the third layer of triplets. Now, when you're thinking about triplets, I like to count it 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4, so we know which count of the measure we're on. Now notice the first note of the first triplet is up higher towards the bridge. The second triplet starts down lower towards the scroll. So that's going to feel a little awkward. So we're going to start one time on each line, going into the next. You're going to pick your favorite finger. Don't worry if we all match with the note we're picking. Make it lean towards the bridge. 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Here's eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3. Here comes triplets. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And you should try this on each finger. Then you can just go into a vibrato, but try to make sure your hand is really relaxed. Only pressing firmly enough to create the pitch of the note you need, not pressing so firmly that you can't do anything with that finger. Just make sure to keep it really relaxed.